Last weekend, heading into its two-game series with Penn State, the Wisconsin Badgers were tied for first in the Big Ten. They hadn't lost 2 games in a row all year. And then they lost 2 to the Nittany Lions, 6-3 and 5-2. Now the Badgers try to bounce back at home to take on the Michigan Wolverines. I'm Brian Posick, the radio voice of Wisconsin hockey, and head coach Tony Granato joins me next on the Badger Hockey Digest.
The goal line behind the net, it's Frederick looking, Hughes open to Cunnin. He scores! Oh my! Frederick Hughes Cunnin, power play goal. We're tied. 28 seconds to play. Out of the box comes Thompson. Davison, though, on a rush. Here's Ustaski's shot. That's blocked. Comes free. Ustaski scores! Badgers got a bounce. Bessie found Ustaski, and Wisconsin ties it late first period.
This is what collaboration looks like. This is what happens when a cardiologist in Appleton works step in step with specialists at UW Health in Madison. You see, when Terry's condition required a second opinion, his doctor turned to the cardiothoracic team at UW Health. Together, we made sure Terry got the care and the heart transplant he needed. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health, remarkable.
Well, Tony, you give credit to Penn State. They came in here and played well. It was a team that had gone winless in its previous 5 games, and people were wondering, okay, how good is this team, which was ranked number 1 in the country just a few weeks ago? Well, Penn State's good, isn't it?
Well, they played like a number 1 team. They really did. You know, there were parts of the weekend where you thought, okay, we're starting to get going, we're starting to get our game going, and bam, they came back and made a big play or got a big block shot or a big save, whatever it was. Or had a big penalty kill, whatever it was. Every key point of the series, they stepped up and did what they had to do to beat us. So from our standpoint, I don't think we can hold our heads down too much. We had a great run. What we can do is learn from what happened and get ready for Michigan and go after Michigan the way Penn State came after us. Because I thought, you know, Penn State coming off of their losses and playing games that they probably deserved to win but just didn't find ways to get enough goals to win the games. All of a sudden, they get a bounce, they get a break, and they just kept coming and coming and coming. And that, you know, like I said, and you did it in the open, their team was good. And our team is a team that's still growing. I think it's a team that will continue to get better as the season goes along. And that was a good message for us on not only how Penn State played, but I think we could take a lot of what they did to us and turn it around and do that against Michigan this weekend.
Yeah. Did they do anything tactically that you couldn't handle?
I don't think tactically. I just think from the drop of the puck, every single face-off, every single battle, every single time there was a race for a puck, they thought that was going to be the difference in the game. And we've been really good at being active in our previous series. They were just better at it than us in this series, and I don't think necessarily the personnel-wise they're a better team. I think they played to their game better than we were able to do this weekend. So, you know, give them credit, and for us, it's a time to put it behind us, get focused on Michigan, get focused on the little details of the game that we need to get better in, and go from there.
Yeah, a couple of highlights this weekend included Captain Luke Cunnin scoring in both games. He's got 19 goals this season, same total he had as a freshman a year ago. Having a 20-goal scorer in college hockey, you don't see that very often. Boy, he can put the puck away.
He can, and he's so hungry. When he sees a loose puck or he can find an area anywhere in the offensive zone that he can get available, he works to get there. And he's a goal scorer. He understands how to pay prices to get to those areas, and his release on his shot is as good as any that I've seen. So obviously we're going to need him to keep finding the back of the net for us, but he's certainly been great for us all year.
Yeah, and every Monday, Tony holds a press conference so the local media gets a chance to ask him all sorts of questions. And when Tony was asked about Luke, he actually compared him to Alex Ovechkin and Steven Stamkos as far as the release of his shot, that he's a goal scorer.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I don't know if you can put him in that category, but
no.
They're pretty good players.
They're great, and they're both right-handed shots, and they both find ways to get open and available to get their shots off. There's guys that have releases like Luke, But there are also guys that don't know how to get open, like Luke or Stamkos or Ovechkin. And obviously you need players that understand and play with them, that understand, how Luke plays, just like Ovechkin does, just like Stamkos does. So there's some chemistry with their line mates and stuff to get open for those shots. But Luke's got a hungriness and a desire to get to those areas and does it consistently, and that's why he's able to. 19 goals is a heck of a college hockey season. We still got time to go.
Yeah, and to shoot the puck the way he shoots the puck, I mean, a lot of goal scorers or the guys that score goals, it's right around the net. But that's what makes him impressive is he can shoot, but he can also go to the net and score right there too.
Absolutely, he pays a price,
Yeah.
It's a great strength of his. It's why he was a first-round draft pick in the NHL. It's why he'll be a goal scorer in the NHL. But it's a paying price. You don't score goals, no matter how good a shot you are, no matter how skilled you are, unless you pay a price.
All right. Badgers home to play Michigan this weekend. More on the Wolverines coming up here in just a moment.
This is Lexi Rush. She's 10, and she's amazing. You see, Lexi was born deaf and couldn't hear anything. That was until her doctor in Appleton referred her to the pediatric specialists at UW Health in Madison. Now, 2 operations later, Lexi can hear everything. Powerful minds, compassionate care, amazing results. UW Health. Remarkable.
Midpoint for Steffen. Comes to the circle, right wing, drops it off for Shaver. She looks inside, shot, a goal! That one was definitely redirected in, and Bailey Wellhausen, have yourself a day. She makes it 6-0.
Coach always says this is the hardest trophy to win because it takes 6 months to win it. So this is the first box we checked off, but we still got more to accomplish.
It's a tough task. It takes a lot of commitment. Takes a lot of consistency. It takes a lot of dedication on part of the players, and so, as I just told them, hats off to them. They've been able to do it. It's a trophy that takes a long time to win, and certainly our senior class has a lot of things to be proud of because they had a big impact on it.
Before we preview Wisconsin and Michigan, a shout out to the top-ranked Wisconsin women's hockey team, which clinched its second straight WCHA regular season championship on Sunday with an 8-0 rout of second-ranked Minnesota Duluth. And Tony's niece, Bailey Wellhausen, had her first collegiate hat trick, and you were down there snapping pictures with her afterwards. That's pretty cool.
I was. That team is so much fun to watch. Women's hockey is such a great spectator sport. At least I think it is, and I think there's so many great plays made each and every week, and obviously we got the most skilled team in the country. So you watch those girls every weekend, and you see great plays, night after night after night, and to see them beat a number 2 team 8-0 was pretty remarkable. So it's going to be an exciting finish for them. I wish them well. Obviously, Mark Johnson's got a lot of options and a lot of players there that always find a way to help them win. So I'm looking forward to watching them down the stretch.
Yeah, the Badger women close out the regular season this weekend at Minnesota. Then the playoffs begin. Still 8 games left in the regular season for the Wisconsin men's hockey team. 3 points behind first place Minnesota right now, so you're still right there in the hunt. And I know that the conference championship, it would be all fine and good, but you want to play well as you get closer to the postseason.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've done a heck of a job in Big Ten to position ourselves. So as you wind down and play these last few weekends, you got something to play for. So Minnesota's still in our reach. I think that it's important, and we've talked about this every week, of focusing on your next challenge. Michigan's a team that hasn't really gotten going this year. They play hard. They're going to come into our building, similar to the way Penn State just did. They're going to crash and bang and work, and we got to be ready for the challenge.
Yeah. Red Berenson is 77 years young and still coaching his alma mater. Isn't he incredible?
He's incredible. He's a guy that when I was a little kid used to watch play in the NHL, that I always admired and looked at too as somewhat of a hero. And to see what he's done with the Michigan program and really for college hockey. He's been a big face for college hockey for a long, long time. He's done such a great job in promoting our sport, and I look forward to the challenge of coaching against him, playing against him, and I love having him in our league. I think he's a big part of college hockey.
Yeah, and I know you were with the Red Wings last year, but Michigan had some big-time firepower last year, and Connor and Comfer and Mott. They don't have those guys anymore, but they play the same way that they always played under Red?
They do. He's a developer too. You look at Larkin, and played in Detroit, jumped right in the NHL. You look at a few other guys that have gone on to play in the NHL as well that he's had, and you look at all the skill that he had there last year. He lets the kids play, so they'll be going up and down and give us challenges. Offensively, they got a lot of dynamic, skilled players that you got to be aware of.
Yeah, and I'm anxious to see how your team responds. I know you are too.
I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, thank you, Tony.
You got it, Brian.
Badgers head coach Tony Granato, Wisconsin and Michigan. They open the series Friday night at 8 o'clock. It's on the Big Ten Network. Saturday night, it's on Fox Sports Wisconsin. Adam Burish will join me for the television broadcast Saturday. You can also listen to both games on the Badgers Sports Network. For Tony Granato, I'm Brian Posick. Thanks for watching the Badger Hockey Digest.